is Aniston, and I'll be walking through our tax report feature today. So, for starters, the best way I can describe the tax report is, in a nutshell, it's a fantastic way to essentially give your clients a visual, digestible deliverable about what's going on with their tax return, and just get some insights into their taxes as a whole. So, starting off, we provide what we call these key figures. And part of these are going to be our total income, total tax, our marginal brackets, as well as your short term, long term capital gains for your clients. Now, this is just a helpful, again, quick summary so your clients can at least see at a high level what's going on with their income and get that quick snapshot, essentially. We're also just going to be able to kind of break it down here with this tax breakdown so they have the ability to see where those taxes come into play and how much. Another thing that we like to cover here are our Schedule D capital gains and losses. Again, this is also just a really helpful summary of what's going on with these specific things, but it's also going to allow them to compare what's happening with those capital gains, not only in this visual side, but also in comparison to their ordinary income marginal tax brackets. This can provide a lot of value to your clients because it will allow them to then see the differences, not only in the marginal brackets of their ordinary income, but also in terms of how those long-term capital gains come into play and how those work with the marginal rates as well. Another thing that I want to make sure we hit on today is going to be our Schedule A summary. Now, what this is doing is it's pulling in those itemized deductions and summarizing them here on the left-hand side, as well as pointing out how much was claimed within each of these different itemized deductions. And what you're going to see here on the right is actually comparing those itemized deductions to a standard deduction to then provide to your clients that visibility on where their deductions are coming into play and how much. This side over here as well is going to provide some of those insights to your clients to get those wheels turning in their head around different strategies to increase those deductions and essentially get that bigger itemized deduction within their next return. Another thing that I want to help identify here is going to be what we call our observations. The best way I can describe our observations is by explaining them as insights that Holistic can then provide to you, which you can then provide to your clients to provide just some visibility and plant seeds about different tax strategies you might pursue. So in this example, right, we can see, okay, these clients, they're in the 22% marginal bracket. Holistiplan is saying, depending on these specific circumstances, you might consider doing a Roth conversion. We also have an example down here. Hey, you have these charitable contributions in excess of $10,000. If you're interested in these different things, a donor advised fund might be the direction you want to go. This is a really, really helpful section, not only for, again, that visibility, but also just to take that labor out of what you're doing and help assist you in those different insights that you're trying to provide. Last couple of things here is I want to be sure we cover these Schedule B income sources. I mean, at the end of the day, these are going to be really, really helpful for you to know, simply because a lot of times you don't get the full picture. Sometimes there's an income source that you may not be aware of, and by pulling that information from their 1040, you're going to get that full picture in this section here because, quite frankly, they can't hide this from their return. We're also going to be able to pull in those Schedule C and Schedule E income sources, which just allow, again, a quick summary of what's going on with those business income sources. And then this last section here is what we're going to call our MAGI planning considerations. These are also really, really helpful for clients. They tend to really appreciate this because it's going to help outline which deductions and tax incentives are phasing out as their income continues to increase. So obviously in this example, we can see which credits and deductions based on each MAGI definition our clients are either above, under, or phasing out of the thresholds for.